motorcyclist is in lane 1, still behind the white van. I think he's about a car length behind that white van, which is a tad close. It's got no forward vision at all. He can't forward plan at all. All he can do is react to whatever the van does. Yeah, he's looking to pull out into the second lane here. He's got something on the back of his jacket. I don't know what it is. Try and break a land speed record here. And just curious to know what is written on the biker's back. I can't tell what it is. Oh, it's a death skull with a helmet on. So it must be some bike gang backpatch club of some sort. The Harley Davidson. Oh, right. Harley Davidson. He's got a Harley Davidson backpatch, and it looks like he's riding an H-Reg Suzuki GSX-F. Pretty old one as well in a ratty colour. Probably belongs to a bike band, a bike gang of some sort, I suppose. Knockity knock knock knock. Knockity knock knock knock. My chain is calling for some oil. His disc was squeaking a bit. I can see a rainbow, red and yellow. Well, it's actually sort of red and pink and yellowy green, purpley, bluey, grey. "40 miles an hour in a 50 zone." Good. I hate shadows like that. This one creeping over. Just feels like you're being enveloped by something, and it's well, enveloped by shadow, but I just mean like something more solid, like somebody hitting the back of you. Lovely day. I was looking out while I was waiting for something to be printed by somebody else. I was looking out at the top floor of the college tower, and I could see up the river, and there was boating and all this kind of stuff, and little boats chugging up as well, and loads of rowing boaty people. And in the distance I could just see these big whopping clouds of blackness and foreboding. Yes. BMW R80 R2, I think, on the opposite carriageway. In its classic fucking old man burgundy. I had a go on one of those once. I can't say I was ecstatically impressed. When I gave it back to the owner, he said, "Well, what did you think? Oh, isn't it a great bike? Oh, fantastic." And I went, "Well, to be honest with you, at 4,000 RPMs, I could hear the flipping push rods bouncing all over the place. And it doesn't have the same kind of acceleration and pickup as my Kawasaki GT 550, well, 750. So I'd stick with my Kawasaki, to be honest." "Really? So you're saying that the BMW is slower than your Kawasaki? Well, you better come out with me." So off he trundled ahead of me on the BM, and I was on my Kawasaki. come on to this one roundabout, and he got stuck behind some traffic, but I didn't think it was a race, so I just signalled for him to come out, so he came out and then bombed up to the next island, and I was behind him, and then round the island I was right behind him, and then he come back to his house, and as soon as I stopped behind him, he said, "So, what were you saying about being slow?" And I said, "I didn't say it was slow, I just said it doesn't have the same amount of acceleration." There's this thing about BMWs as well, they go, "Oh yes, but when you buy a BMW, you don't have to change the clutch as often as you do in a Japanese motorcycle." Oh yes, well, I mean, how long does a clutch last on a Japanese motorcycle? What, you're talking 60,000 miles and then you need to replace the clutch? Doesn't happen now on a BMW. A BMW can go like 20 times around the fucking clock and you still have got plenty of clutch. The clutch plates are so thick. That's why it has such a big gearbox, is because the clutch plates are probably about 6 inches thick, you know, and so this clutch and this bike will last not only my lifetime, but the lifetimes of my siblings and all their offspring as well. You know, it's BMW clutch, it's just infinite in its longevity. Yeah, I've seen BMWs have clutches replaced at 60,000 miles, and also you got all the ball ache of changing it. A quick comparison between replacing a clutch on a boxer engine BMW between a pretty much box standard Japanese motorcycle engine. That could be a single cylinder, a twin cylinder, parallel twin cylinder, or a V, or a inline 4, something like that. Right, BMW. Place the clutch in a BMW. You've got to take off all the back end, all the panels, the seat, the swinging arm, the rear wheel, the exhaust pipes. Then you've got to undo the gearbox, and you've got to try and slide the gearbox back to gain access to the clutch plates. Once you've gained access to the clutch plates, then you remove the clutch plates, you look at them and you go, yes, they're fucking knackered. Then you need a clutch alignment tool to put the new clutch plates back in, and then you've got to reverse the whole process again. I'm making it sound really simple, but it'd probably take about 2 fucking days. If you're a garage, they'd probably be charging you for that just to be fucking obnoxious, even if they do have all the tools to make it so that it can be done within 8 hours. Japanese motorcycle. If you really want to be cheap, put the bike on its side stand so it's leaning well over, so all the engine oil runs over to the right hand side of the engine. There you need, probably, depending on what type of bolt type it has, it's going to be either Phillips screws or it's going to be 8mm sockets or 7mm sockets or Allens. And you undo all of those Allens, get a rubber mallet, knock the clutch cover off, 10mm bolts or maybe Allens to undo the clutch springs, and pull all the clutch plates out, get your new clutch kit, maybe you have springs as well, and replace all the lot, bolt it all back together again, and you're done probably in an hour. At last, right the way through that bloody traffic.